Hey everybody, thanks so much for tuning in to the Daily Dose today. Today we're continuing a conversation. We began this last Sunday in worship. We're talking all about how is it I live with a growth mindset? How is that in this world where there are so many negative voices out there, do I live with a positive outlook? How do I remain positive in a world that seems all so negative? And we're going to continue that conversation today by asking a question about our own faith. How is it that in this world filled with negativity, this world that's pulling us in every direction, how is it that I actually grow in my faith? How is it that I take steps forward in my faith? And to talk about that, I want to talk about coaches. Maybe you've had some good coaches, some bad coaches in your life. If you played sports, I've had some great coaches and I've had some miserable coaches. My high school football coach, my freshman year, get this, he didn't even know my name. If I did something great, he'd say, "Alex!" And I'd sort of quietly remind him my name is Hans. If I did something right, he'd yell, "Way to go, Alex!" And I'd try and remind him that's not my name, but he never quite got it. He ended up retiring, and we got a great football coach. We got a great coach. He had recently graduated from UND where he'd played football, and he was young, he was energetic, and he even knew my name. Why do I talk about coaches to start? Because here's what I think. If we want to grow in our faith, we all need a coach. We all need somebody who is in front of us when it comes to the life of faith. We all have people that we know who, maybe as we watch them walk through life, we want to emulate them. Maybe it's a parent, maybe it's an uncle, maybe it's a coworker, maybe it's a boss. I learned early on from a mentor, in our lives, we all need people who are in front of us. We need another group of people who are walking alongside us. And then we need people in our lives who are maybe behind us in life, people we are mentoring and listening to as they teach us about the next generation. When it comes to faith, I think it's just the same. We all need people who are in front of us. We need coaches. There's a great story in the book of Acts where we hear a guy by the name of Philip is a coach for an Ethiopian man. The story goes like this. Now an angel of the Lord said to Philip, "Go south to the road, the desert road that goes down from Jerusalem to Gaza." So he started out, and on his way he met an Ethiopian eunuch, an important official in charge of all the treasury of Candace, queen of the Ethiopians. This was a man who had a position in life. He had a title. He was someone of significance. But even he knew he needed a coach. So this man had gone to Jerusalem to worship, and on his way home was sitting in his chariot reading the book of Isaiah the prophet. Then Philip ran alongside the chariot. And it says, he heard the man reading Isaiah the prophet. "Do you understand what you are reading?" Philip asked. "How can I," he said, "unless someone explains it to me?" So he invited Philip to come up and sit with him. The eunuch asked Philip, "Tell me, please, who is the prophet talking about in this reading?" Then Philip began with that very passage in the Bible and told him the good news about Jesus. And get this, because that Ethiopian accepted Philip as his coach, get this, as they traveled along the road, something remarkable happened. They came to some water, and the eunuch said, "Look, here is water. Why shouldn't I be baptized?" And he gave orders to stop the chariot. Then both Philip and the eunuch went down into the water, and Philip baptized him. You see, that eunuch had a coach in Philip. And when it comes to faith, just like other things in our lives, whether it be career or it be sports or it be our finances, when it comes to faith, we all need a coach. We all need someone who's out in front of us. We need a Philip. We all need people in front of us. We need people who are walking alongside us, people we can simply share life with, share the life of faith with. And lastly, we also need people that we can coach, people behind us, people who are looking to you and me as coaches on the journey. Folks, thanks for tuning in today to the Daily Dose as we talk about how is it we live with a growth mindset? How do we stay positive in a world that is all too negative? Hey, if you missed the message from this weekend, that was the topic. I invite you to head out to our website, calvaryalec.org. Check out that message. Folks, if you're watching on Facebook, we invite you to share and like this Daily Dose. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the bell so you get notifications. And last but not least, if you're watching on Cable Access 181, invite a friend to watch tomorrow. So glad you could join us. Have a good one.